myself. This is who I am, and I will lay down with my fears. Like a mouse in the maze, so lost I can't find my way. My tortoise shell has failed me now, derailed. I'll lay down with my fears and look ahead of every mirror. I'm doing fine. Forget about the past, it's gone. I don't know why I kinda just lost my mind. And all these roads are winding, take them as they come. We have dragged our love so far down gravel roads. Learn how to rebuild trust. It's the hardest thing, and I will lay down with my fears. I'm doing fine. Forget about the past, it's gone. I don't know why I kinda just lost my mind. I'm doing fine. Forget about the past, it's gone. I don't know why I kinda just lost my mind. I'm doing fine. Forget about the past, it's gone. I don't know why I kinda just lost my mind. I'm doing fine. Forget about the past, it's gone. I've done my time. Your brighter days that lie ahead. Thank you.
All right, Karate Bikini, right here at the stage at KDHX. Welcome, guys.
Thank you. Absolutely.
So you guys have a brand new album out, and I'm gonna try to pronounce the name correctly. Chimera.
Chimera. That's exactly right. Chimera.
There we go.
Yeah.
And what is a chimera for those of you who don't know?
Well, I think it's like mostly like an ancient Greek mixed up animal, like a liger, like a snake with a cheetah head, or just a mixed up animal, because that's kind of what we are, just a stitched together Frankenstein kind of thing.
Yes. Let's talk about that a little bit. Let's unpack that.
Let's unpack that. All right.
Here we go. Sit down on the stage couch here.
All right. Yeah.
So this band started up out of a few different bands, and some of you play in a lot of different groups. I first met you, Tim, when you were with the group Tight Pants Syndrome.
That's right.
Way back when.
That's right.
And also there's also members of Magnolia Summer and Bottle Rockets, John Horton here, and also members of blanking. Maybe you can help me out. John Hardy and the Public.
John Hardy,
Rebecca.
the Public, the Painkillers.
Tin Horn.
I'll claim Three Merry Widows.
Three Merry Widows, yeah. The
So-
Scholars. The Scholars?
Scholars. Nice.
Yeah, that was a while back.
So in the tradition of Tight Pants Syndrome, it's kind of a supergroup, St. Louis supergroup of sorts.
Sure. We'll take it.
Just go with it. I believe it. I think lots of people out there believe it.
Awesome.
And so we'll get into the album a little bit later, but you guys have. I'm trying to think of where I'm going with this question here. So how did you guys all get together? You all have different types of bands that you play in, and seems like this album's more of a collaboration, and this band's kind of a collaboration. So have you guys known each other for a long time, or?
We've all the four of us have known each other for probably close to like 30 years, going back to bands in the late 80s. Mike was the first person to engineer one of my, like a solo album kind of thing. And so we've all known each other a long time. The band actually started as like a totally fake band of my own on MySpace back in those days, and I'd play the instruments and I'd make 5 songs and I'd put it up on the internet and I'd give it a fake name. And the guy from Tight Pants Syndrome said, you should call one of your fake bands Karate Bikini. And then I got kicked out of Tight Pants Syndrome, and Karate Bikini became real.
Nice. Yeah. You're better for it.
Yeah.
We're all better. So what's the next song we're going to hear?
Oh, The Vision. The Vision.
The Vision. Right here on the Space Parlor on KDHX, live from the stage.
Don't tell me you're thinking it'll be okay. We've all got issues, it's just that way. I've made a decision to be okay, and it's too bad, 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 too bad. We're panicking over here, we're losing it over there. We're acting out in despair, asking everyone else to care. And it's too bad, 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 too bad. Save it for another day, you're never gonna go away, you know you wanna leave me alone. Save it for another day, you know you're gonna go away, you know you wanna leave me alone. Doesn't matter what I say, you do what you want anyway. Go ahead and leave me alone.
The Vision from Karate Bikini. And that's from their brand new album called Chimera. And with the album is it's released now digitally. Is it out physically? Is there going to be a physical?
There will be a physical copy, but it's going to be a little bit. We're waiting on it.
Okay. And did you guys have like a release show planned, or are you going to do?
December 8th at Off Broadway.
Oh, nice.
Yep. It'll be a good night.
Awesome. And do you have some other shows coming up as well?
Yeah,
before
we're
then?
playing the Grove Fest October 7th, we are playing
Das Bevo.
Das Bevo,
October 21st.
October 21st.
And that's an early
Hey,
one.
I'll look at the girl.
That's a 5 to 7, so
5 to 7.
it'll be a nice afternoon.
Red Fish, Bluefish in the Great St. Charles, touring.
Touring around.
Touring around, getting out there.
That's the fall tour
Getting out there,
schedule.
the fall
right?
tour schedule. Yeah,
Catch us if you can.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I have to say, this album is, a big step up from the last album, which I liked a whole lot. And so you guys are just really evolving, and I'm really proud of you guys. That you're proud. I'm proud of the fact that you guys are here in St. Louis, in this
Thank you.
town, and get to play so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
And
so
playing
much.
today.
Yeah.
Likewise.
Round of applause for that. These fine people.
Yeah. Right on.
Rebecca, can you talk a little bit about how this album's maybe a little bit different from the last one, or?
Yeah, so this album, we recorded everything ourselves in Danny's studio.
Basement.
Basement. We also did which we've done before. We've actually done most of the recording, but this time we also mixed it as a group, which could have been a disaster, except for everyone was very collaborative and worked together, and it was a lot of fun. I was worried.
It was a whole lot of fun. Yeah.
So were there a lot of different songwriters on the songs, or?
Yes, that too.
Yeah, every single person, most of the albums before this were kind of my songs, but in this album, everyone had to contribute. Everyone had to contribute
Everyone
something.
had
so
to contribute.
yeah, I had to contribute.
to.
Had to contribute. Yeah. So that was just kind of the idea of the Chimera idea. It kind of just fit in with that. So when we did it, and it turned out really cool.
Well, it's a really interesting record, and there's some just great melodies and pop songs on there, and then there's just some other totally out there, left of center stuff that I love as well.
Awesome.
So I think it's 15 songs, which is a lot for an album nowadays.
To be 16, maybe.
To be 16. One's a cover. We did a Loud and Wade Right song, and we're just waiting on the copyright stuff to release it.
Oh, nice, awesome.
Don't
And
want to get sued.
that's always good. And you've done a lot of really great music videos too. You want to talk a little bit about that element? Is there somebody involved in video in the band, or do you know someone?
They're all
or?
pointing at me, so apparently I need to answer the question.
One-man production crew.
Yes,
Right here.
Danny.
It's interesting that the changing world that we live in. I mean, KDHX as a radio station is pretty much the only radio station that I listen to, but a lot of people will go to YouTube to find their music, right? It just happens. So we feel like we really need a presence in that way. But like most local bands, we have a lot of ambition and we have no money. So we've been able to put together a number of videos that we've got 2 or 3 that I call the well-produced versions. They're well photographed. We had good technology behind it. But then at the same time, if we just have an idea, we'll knock out a super, super lo-fi video, and some of them are sort of silly, but they all have that karate bikini aesthetic where there's, artistic freedom, to be able to do whatever we want. And it does kind of fall on me. I like to get those things
He has
done.
the camera.
So yeah, I have a camera. I have I have editing capabilities. I know how to upload. So, it's pretty technology based. But so I just try and knock those out. But at the same time, I haven't put anything out there without full band buy-in. Like everybody has to watch. Everybody has to say, I'm all in. I love it. I'm not. Well, sometimes people get embarrassed by it years later, and they ask me to take it off or something, but I won't. So, but yeah, so it's, we just feel it's an important thing to do, but it's really difficult to put 16 videos up on YouTube. It's the record was a gargantuan effort. I can't imagine what it's going to take to try and, in a visual way, represent everything that we did here. So, long answer to it.
The ones I've seen look incredibly high tech, and I think, like you said, they've got the karate bikini character behind it. They all seem like they fit together really well. So I want to commend you guys on that. And what's the last song you guys are going to play?
The last song is called Good to Be Done. It's about moving on, maybe.
They're all about moving on, I guess. I didn't even know we had a thing.
Yeah, apparently that's our thing.
Karate Bikini right here on 88.1 KDHX.
Feels so good to be done. Sure had fun, but I'm not one to flit and fly and say, don't bother about tomorrow's pay. All's free for now, no need to up and go. 'Cause I love to see the smile in your eyes. Is this the way that I bring happiness to life? Clock's ticking around, it's time for us to go. So silly as we rolled up at the docks, we're all alone without a soul amid the trees and meadow green. Well, hello, stranger. Did you feel that sparkle? Guess we'll come back and do it all again. Feels so good to be done. Sure had fun when I was one to flit and fly and say, don't bother about tomorrow's pay. All's free for now, no need to up and go. So pretty with the sparkles clear and green. Roll on the floor or tumbled up, or so it shows without a sense. So soft she's singing, not the only one now. At least the patience knows it's time to bend. Feels so good to be done. Sure had fun and I'm still one to flit and fly and say, don't bother about tomorrow's pay. All's free for now, no need to up and go. Don't turn around on a windy evening. The misty lights dispense a none, go in or out, don't matter none. It's only money is what you get much better. Still smile at the pageantry of us. How did we stumble and not fall? Share the bits, put together, let's go. Still smile at the pageantry of us. Feels so good to be done.
Michelle Ray.